Welcome everyone, today we are taking a look at the Winco KFP-61 6-inch boning knife. Over the past couple months I've been using this knife for those smaller meat processing tasks, mostly poultry. In this video I'm going to cover three parts. First I'm going to go over the specifications, second I'm going to show you a quick demo where I'm processing a few chickens from my backyard, and third I'm going to go over functionality. So let's begin with some measurements. The length of the blade comes in at 5 3/4 of an inch, and the overall length of the knife is at 11 7/16 of an inch. The handle length comes in at 4.5 inches. The blade is made of a high carbon stain resistant steel. As we can see, the metal comes in all around here, so it is a full tank construction. We have a full bolster and we have a triple rivet handle. For our demo today we're processing some chicken. As you can see, this bird is already plucked. It's been torched, it's been cleaned up, and all that's left is for us to get this field dressed. So you'll notice the first thing I'm going to do is cut around the crop and expose this crop area. On purpose this morning I did not feed the chickens so that the crop would be empty. It makes our job a lot easier. We're also going to take the opportunity to remove as much of this fat as we can. Then we're going to do a slit right along the throat to expose this tube that connects to the crop. And we're going to cut it and pull it all the way down. So far so good. Next we're going to remove the tail, but to do that we need a little bit more space to work with. So I'm going to make two cuts, one on both sides of the legs, just like that. We're going to pull them apart. This will give us a lot more room to work. Perfect. Now we have the breast exposed. We can go in and cut up under here. This part we have to be super careful. I'm going to grip the chicken right like this, and I'm going to do a small cut right here. Being very careful not to cut through the intestines. Now we can get our finger under here, make a little bit of room, and then the knife upside down, going in and cutting this way. Perfect. Now this other side. Our goal is to get to this tailbone. I'm gonna make one cut here. The idea is we're gonna do a circular cut around this and pull down all of those intestines. So right where I put my finger, I'm gonna hold the chicken like this, and very gently cut from here all the way to the tailbone, making sure I don't reach the intestines. Now we're just going to pull this down. Look at all this fat. This chicken has had way too much to eat. I feed them too much. We need to cut down on it. Now we got to pull down these entrails, and the crop is going to come through as well. And there we have it. There's our chicken. Moving on to functionality. The first aspect I want to talk about, this blade feels really sturdy. Look, even though the blade is so thin, I can barely get this to flex at all. There's very little play in the blade. It feels really rigid. And that's important because when you're working with this knife in close quarters, you want to have full control where it's going. You don't want any unpredictability or any wobbliness. Out of the box, the knife edge came down to about 25 degrees on each side, which is a little too steep, especially for working with meats. I recommend reprofiling to 15 degrees each side, and it's going to be so much better. That's what I did with this knife, and it makes a world of difference. From an edge retention perspective, it's pretty good. The metal used is not tempered, it's a little softer. It means that it will bend quicker, but it's also easier to straighten. So you'll want a good honing seal that you can do a few passes on every 30 minutes or so that you're working with it. I did 2 chickens with this one earlier today, and I can already see that there's a bunch of dings on here. So I'm going to need to hone this before I use it again. To sum things up, if you're looking for a lower cost boning knife, something that you can use for those smaller tasks like chickens, turkeys, poultry, maybe even some small lambs, this is a great choice. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know below and I will get them answered for you.